And obviously, anytime you're working on a car, you need quality help.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Okay, today's Oldsonville project is I'm taking these taillight lenses. I'm going to clean them up and paint them back to the factory gray or silver color, depending on what it looks like to you, and add a little special touch to them. So basically, I start with my taillight lens, and I've washed it with dish soap, and then I'll take a fine grit sandpaper. You like to play around with the sandpaper. I used 3 or 4 different kinds, but just all you want to do is scuff the surface up enough where the primer will bite into it. For primer, I'm using just a cheap brand. Doesn't take anything special. Just make sure it's okay to use on plastic. So I'm primering them up. Before I get them primered, I'm using 3M painter's tape, and I'm taping them off, deciding where the lines I want to be. There's 2 lines. Let's look on this other one. There's 2 kind of trim lines. I don't know if you can see them, but I'm choosing to leave the top one silver and the rest of the trim line around the actual red part of the lens I'm going to paint black. So once you get it taped up, I used an X-Acto blade or a hobby knife or whatever you want to call it to trim my tape. It works a whole lot better than a utility knife or something like that, or it did for me anywho. And once I get them primered, I'm using a Krylon Brilliant Silver. Has a chrome finish to the cap. It's not quite chrome, it's just literally a brilliant silver. It's a shiny silver. For my black outline, I just picked up some black touch-up paint from the store. This one happens to be Duplicolor for Toyota. Has the pin in the top and the brush. I used the brush. Just try to be careful and knock the excess paint off of the brush so that it doesn't drip on you. And that's the finished product. I'll show you what they look like on the car. You can kind of see the black ring in there. I just thought it was something to kind of liven it up, and they look good in the sun. Like I said, it's got kind of a shiny silver look to it. During my project, I decided to paint the heads of my screws that hold the taillight lenses in silver. So I literally just laid them on a piece of tape, wrapped the tape around them, and left enough for a handle, and kind of helps out. As I get done with the taillight lenses, I'm spraying them with Crystal Clear from Krylon. This is one that I haven't done. You can kind of see how it looks. Doesn't look bad. It's a little dull. You can see where I've taken 2000 grit sandpaper and kind of scuffed them up a little bit. They have a few imperfections in them, so I'm just trying to mask that a little bit. And here's one that I have finished. Camera really doesn't do it justice. It gave it a little more sheen and depth to the red. You can see the coating on the clear coat. You can still see a few of the scratches, but overall it does look better. You can see yourself in them. So we're out here putting the taillight lenses in the car. Don't forget to get new gaskets, as the old ones are obviously very brittle. They crack, break. And then there's the new taillight lens in. I think it looks pretty good. Let me know what you think.